Hey! You smell nice!
Oh my god, you spooked me. Here are all my opinions.
Where the hell is Odd?
Awkward.
Odd isn't here right now.
My day is perfect. I can go to bed now.
Keep hiding. You're doing great. Yeah, totally.
I'm happy to be here. The other 8th graders are totally immature.
Oh, you must be Vivian's kid. You threw me off.
Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too.
I don't need you to like me. Are you actually crying? No. Would you let her know that her dad is worried about her?
I will. Hopefully I can save her this time.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. I didn't say that out loud.
I'm just running. My wings just waving around. Just everybody, the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
I didn't know I was hiding something. Oh no.
From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers.
Not even with you?
Not even with me.
Oh, shit. Where have you been? I've been so worried. Aw, Gretchen. That's so nice of you. We're not gonna eat until you're here.
A kid just snuck into the shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me?
The injustice. The injustice.
So anyway, the sky is falling! The sky is falling! What did you do, Gretchen?
There was a bird. I wanted to eat it. Stella didn't like that.
All right, we are back to Scarlet Hollow. I'm just gonna jump into it. So I have 1 hour because I have a dough resting in the kitchen. But once I've taken care of that, I will keep playing. I promise. Not that literally anybody's gonna notice, because from my perspective, hours could have passed, maybe days, and from anybody else's perspective, it'll just be like a second. Let's continue. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? I made this mistake the first time, but I don't know. Yeah. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore. Even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Maybe I should just cut in the actual, when I was actually reading. Okay, I'll just do that. And I'm saying it out loud so that me in the future editing this will not forget. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. So what do you say? Do you want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing?
You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn.
A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Its flesh is doughy and structureless, like a loosely packed sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint on its chest, and it stumbles back, clutching at the odd wound. Your aim is flawless, and it strikes the creature square in its wretched face, lodging itself in its flesh. Also, I didn't realize until I was editing, I always thought this was a tooth. Like it had weird, because it's weirdly shaped, it looks weird. I think this is some kind of stinger. It looks like the butt of like a bee or a wasp, which is a very terrifying thought. It scrambles back, its movements uncoordinated in its blindness, leaving Gretchen unharmed.
Welcome home.
My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. You open your eyes. Oh my god. First of all, this picture is turned a different way from last night. Second of all, I don't think this was there. I don't think this little... Stella has the same sculpture, or a sculpture of Gretchen, or a pug. Generic pug sculpture. My headcanon is that a fan made those for her, and she's placing them as, like, decorations. It's so cute. Anyway, this is a carpet. I was right. Vindication. The sun has risen, the birds are singing. You are still alive with the sound of music. And for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you from the trees, their calls echoing through the woods as you ran for your life. Huh? Yes, don't come in, I'm naked. A knock at the front door. Oh, that front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. The one thing I regret about staying the night here is we don't get to see the little, I don't know why I want to call him pouch thing, Dustin, the little marsupial in our dresser. That's like the only thing that bums me out about it.
Where the hell is Odd?
She actually came to collect us.
Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today.
Why would she come pick us up? Why is she so... I mean, is it just because it's Stella's house? I don't understand why she cares. Like, I genuinely have no clue why she gives a shit. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. No. I don't think Tabby would appreciate that. Ooh, I'm so saunter out half-clothed. Quietly hide under your covers? I kind of want to do that one. Hey, some people are trying to sleep in here. Rude. Finish getting dressed and calmly collect yourself. Quietly hide under the covers. Do you think she'd come in here? Like, kicking the door like Kramer? It's time to wake up, bitch. Where have you been all night? I waited up for you. I was worried sick about you. Just hide. Like a child, terrified of the boogeyman. Why would we be scared? We have no reason to be scared of her. That makes no sense. This is a bad choice. Like a child terrified of the boogeyman, you pull the covers up over your head, hoping to go unnoticed by your cousin. The thought of having to talk to her after staying the night at Stella's is too much for you to handle right now. She's not our mom, and we are not a child. Best to give in to your base instincts and hide from the thing that makes you feel bad. That's our base instincts? Wow. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to visit for a bit? You don't have to run around being the big boss this week of all weeks. You should let yourself... I'm fine, thanks. Odd, I know you're here. Where the hell are you hiding? They're probably still asleep. Then I'm waking them up.
Oh my god. Keep hiding. You're doing great.
Odd isn't here right now.
Give me a second to get dressed. Jeez. Keep hiding. You're doing great. Oh my god. You stiffen and hold your breath as the doorknob turns. Frick. Oh! Gretchen! Hi! Oh! Good morning!
Hey, you smell nice.
I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm just a little taken aback. It's so cute. The door swings open, and an excited pug leaps onto the bed, knocking the covers off of you. How did you get the door open? On your own. Just like Frou-Frou. There's something up with these animals. Oh, she opened the door, and Gretchen just yeeted in. See, now this picture is turned... Maybe that's like a miss on the artist. I shouldn't overthink it. Oh my god, Gretchen, you're so cute. Oh, she's like,
Where are my scritchies? Everybody's so mad. What's going on? You got any bacon?
were you hiding under the covers? Ugh. Put some clothes on. I don't need your respect, Tabitha. I don't need you to like me. Are you actually crying? No. Where did you come in from? Good morning, Odd. What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? Well, it's not very gentle person to run and tell. Why are you asking? Christian's just like, I'm bored. I'm so bored. We went out to the woods to film a video? Never mind, I don't actually want to know. Then what'd you ask? What I do want to know is why on earth you decided to blow me off to spend the night with a stranger. I didn't blow you off. I didn't say maybe we can hang out when you get back. Did I? Did I say that? Alright, bye. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. I don't think I did. Oh, okay. Tabitha leaves in a huff, leaving you and Stella to follow her back into the living room. I'm sorry, apparently I ditched my best friend. I'm gonna have to go deal with that. Oh gosh. Oh, Gretchen is just not about this. Hey, don't be so hard and Odd. I asked them to crash here. Yeah, it's all her fault. It's all her fault. And last night was a lot, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Odd walking up that mountain alone last night. Can we show her the video? Can we please show her the video? Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. But this is my house. I live here. I don't care. Oh, yeah. All right. This is... Isn't this Stella's house? Why are you bossing her around? I have to double check what she said. Would you mind? Stella, would you mind giving me a I know I literally just read her voice line, but like sometimes I don't take in the information that I'm reading. I have ADHD, okay? Reading text the past like 5-6 years have become harder for me because like I don't take in the information. And while recording, it's even harder because I have to focus on don't mess up the pronunciation, speak clearly, don't speak too fast, maybe do a retake if I do mispronounce. So there's like 101 things going through my head as I'm recording, which is just, I knew it would be like that, but I didn't realize it would be like that. I don't know how to describe, I don't know how else to put it. So I appreciate that there's something like this. Would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? So she didn't say like, Stella, I need you to leave while I'm talking with my cousin. So she doesn't have to leave. This is difficult. Because I don't want to be like, Stella stays. Because I'm not the boss of her. Isn't this Stella's house? Why are you bossing her around? Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha in private. So if I don't say anything, she will leave. I don't agree with this one. Because she's not bossing her around. Except for the, don't call me Tabby. That's not my name. I'll just be quiet, I guess. Oh, Gretchen. Thanks. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up and she's so hot. Stella got you all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever. That checks out. Why wouldn't it? But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. Really? Really? Don't sound so excited. I will cut you. I didn't touch your mac and cheese. What? No, never mind. That's so sweet. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Not even with you? Not even with me. Oh. I can take care of myself. You're not my boss. You can't run off as soon as I get here and hold me to a different standard. There's actually something out there. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I can take care of myself. Have you seen these muscles? You don't have to stay up late worrying about me, little miss. I'll be fine. All right, this isn't just about safety. It's common courtesy to not skip out on your host without telling them. I mean, yeah. Maybe I should have texted her. Treat my time with the respect it deserves. Oh my god. I feel that so on such a personal level. Don't fuck with my time, okay? I get that. I feel that. Oh no. Now I actually feel that. And speaking of time, I've already spent much more of it than I'd have liked coming down here. I'm leaving, but I expect to see you back at the estate tonight. Okay, yes. You hear Stella's voice call out from another room.
Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay?
Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Bye, Tabby. I thought you were coming to fetch me, and then you're... Okay. Hey, no need to catch me up. I was listening in from the other room. Sorry I let you get ambushed. Tabby showing up like that blindsided me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Gretchen looks so bummed out. I don't like it when people are mad. Yeah. Oh, baby girl. You wouldn't mind if I just go up there and cuddle with her for a couple days, right? You don't have to feed me or water me or anything. Just... I'm happy I stayed here. I shouldn't have stayed here. I don't regret anything, but you're right. That sucked. I couldn't care less what Tabitha thinks. I'd rather just pretend nothing happened. I don't regret anything, but you're right. That sucked. And it's not like I didn't let her know where I was. Last night was a lot. I don't think anyone can blame you for crashing here. Tabby just doesn't get what we went through. Who would, honestly? And for the record, I'm happy you stayed too. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I've been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. How are you so chipper? Hard agree. I've been itching to get to the library. I want to ask the other miners about Wayne. Alright, boss, what's the game plan? Do we have to look into this stuff? What if we just skip town and ride things out? How are you so chipper? Coffee. Tea from Sybil. How are you so chipper? Last night was horrible. Yeah, last night was awful. She looks so worried. I guess it was pretty gnarly, but those dishes are exactly the sort of thing I've been looking for my entire adult life. It's not like anyone got hurt either, except for those poor critters in the woods. Yeah. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. What we saw in the woods last night would mess with anybody. I would be devastated if I saw that in real life. I would be freaking ruined for like months. I would just cry. It took everything I had not to just start bawling. Oh my goodness. I get that it was the sort of thing that traumatized most folks, but I guess that's just not who I am. I'm fine, really. Yeah, after what you've been through, I guess that that would, like, harden you quite a bit.
Besides, we have a task to focus on. There will be time to be traumatized later.
Oh my god, that's also me. Why am I Tabitha and Stella? I've been itching to get to the library.
Awesome, because that's exactly where we're heading. It sounds like Kanika's already there, too. Oh, let me set up a group chat. What's your number?
555-666-9992.
What?
You and Stella exchanged numbers. A text message from... Wow, I just zoned out for a few seconds there. You receive a text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads,
Group chat! Hopefully we can find out more about ditchlings from some of the other local books here.
there.
I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but who knows if that'll pan out.
Are we leaving?
Anyways, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. You don't want to make me breakfast? Oh.
Powerful build. Need protein. Ugh.
Are you good?
Everything's fading. Stella, is that you? I can't. So hungry.
I think they need food.
You know what? The dog is so smart. So hungry.
Don't worry about it. I packed all sorts of snacks for the day. And Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library.
I was hoping I could stop you from putting a bunch of bullshit in the scones. Alright, but those snacks better be good.
As if you even need to worry.
Oh, I'll eat anything, apparently.
The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street.
My baby.
You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare. Thoroughfare? You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library.
What? Is that a bell tower? That's so cool.
Well, it's also the town hall, obviously. But that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. That and our mayor's really into going on walks.
Why do you say that?
I think there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week. Could be just the pick-me-up we need, but with everything that's been going on.
Maybe he'll actually take this whole ditchling thing seriously. Maybe. Yuck, politicians. Maybe he'll actually take this whole ditchling thing seriously. Why are we assuming it said he? Maybe they'll actually take this whole ditchling thing seriously. Yeah.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Why? There's something you're not telling me? Are you gonna make me look like a fool?
Oh, hey. Avery!
So cute.
Morning, Stella. And same to you, Odd.
Hi.
Speak of the devil. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party?
Don't wake up me, nothing happened.
Sorry, y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done.
Yeah. Oh, sure. See you in a bit, Stella. Gesture that you'll catch up with Avery and Sybil.
Nah, getting an early start seems important.
Oh, sure. See you in a bit, Stella.
Cool. See you soon. Bye.
Could you leave, lady?
Huh. She always has time to chat. Did something happen last night? Oh, Stella and Odd just got up to a bit of trouble, that's all. It's not my place to share.
Then why would you even say that?
Well, it's your place to share, right, Odd?
Stella didn't want to say anything, then I'm not going to say anything either. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. Jeez, nosy much? I hardly know you. Do you want to change that? Say nothing. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. Will we have an opportunity to talk with Avery more? Because I don't want to miss out on Avery in my small town life. Okay. Make a choice. Just make a choice. I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. What happened last night was traumatizing. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet.
Okay, I get it. Sounds like you've been shaken up pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. Why don't you swing by the diner if you want to decompress?
Okay.
Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend.
No, thank you.
Maybe it'll calm you down a bit.
Drugs can do that.
I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension.
Isn't that like mold?
And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. But no pressure. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Odd. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that.
What? I'm traumatized, lady. Don't talk to me.
You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I'd better get back to it myself.
Yeah, goodbye.
I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help.
I'm not gonna. Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the woods are full of monsters? What is wrong with people here? I'm just gonna let her leave.
Sybil continues into the store, leaving you alone on the quiet main street. Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up.
Do we have time to do both?
This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in.
You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. He's not gonna give a shit. Gen X or whatever. Hi, I'm Odd. Do you know how to get to the mines?
Maps are free. Take a map of the town. The mines are a couple miles away, but you now have the power to visit your cousin of your own free will.
What you doing on your phone?
Games. You probably haven't heard of him.
Angry Bird? Yeah, I haven't. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you or... What?
I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care.
Won't Kanika get mad? But wouldn't that make Kanika mad at me?
Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge while she's off doing whatever. If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money in bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference.
I'm paying for my chips. I insist.
I'm not ringing you up. Take him or leave him.
I'm gonna tell Kanika about this.
Sure.
You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Oh, my favorite. From a nearby shelf. It will sustain you in the coming days.
Cool.
You're not gonna snitch on me, are you, Miles? Are you, Miles? You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods.
You've been talking to my mom too much.
See ya! The young man doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store.
Loser.
Now I can go to the mines. Swing by the diner.
You head towards the diner.
I want to make a connection with Avery.
Diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast.
Warn the patrons of the danger. Everyone, listen up. Yes, hi, it's me. The big goose. I mean, the big human. Yes, aren't my glasses so pretty? Listen to me, please. There are monsters in the hills. If you value your lives, you'll leave this place as soon as you can. Thank you and good night, Scarlet. Holla! Woo!
Someone had fun up in the woods with Stella last night, huh?
No, not like that. Nobody seems to be taking you very seriously. Oh, you will. You'll see. You'll all see. Talk to Avery. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hello, pretty thing.
Hey there, stranger.
Oh, she's not there anymore. Oh, maybe she'll be there. Whatever. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Oh, no thank you. Thank you so much, but no thank you. I would rather choke and die.
Heard you might need this.
No thank you.
The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes?
Wait, pen like pig pen?
Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you.
It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter.
So, I know you said last night traumatized you, but if you need someone to just quietly sit back and listen, well...
Oh my god, yeah, there she is. Ah! You're really nosy, aren't you? I'm out of here. Last night still feels raw. Why don't we just talk? What if you don't believe me? I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me?
I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen.
I'm not gonna drink the tea. So this is what happened. Recap of chapter 1.
You share everything. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods. I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. How exciting.
I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from?
Do you regret moving here?
Oh, this is kind of exciting, isn't it? No! All those dead animals! This is not exciting at all. You should get out of here before things get any worse. We should go together. You should get out of here before things get any worse and take me with you. Let me know if you have across any leads.
I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte, gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job. Who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid.
But not anymore, because now I'm here. What is she reading? Smelly ones? There's somebody doing the duck face on the back, so is it like a Harlequin romance novel? Are you reading smut, Winnie? You nasty girl.
Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of.
I get it. I felt out of place. I've met 2 people. 3 people with Sybil.
Well, this is kind of exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen next? But it sounds like those muscles of yours have already come in handy. If shit hits the fan, I'm gonna stick with you.
Yeah, but like, I've lifted heavy rocks and adjusted somebody's aim. I haven't really used my... I haven't punched anything yet.
Aw man, it looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe we should exchange information, neighbor. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. Thank you. Downer is where everyone comes to gossip.
She hasn't looked up a single time.
So I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Thank you. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day.
We didn't drink our tea! Yes! Success!
Let me actually just check. Visit my cousin at the mines. The woods are quiet today. It feels peaceful here for a moment. Before you start to question why the woods are quiet today, your thoughts can't help but wander back to the creatures you encountered. Those ditchlings and the marks they've left on the local wildlife.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here. We can breathe.
The woods aren't quiet today. They're emptier than they should be. Ah, your thoughts roll back to the waking world at the sight of a woman jogging towards you. Oh, you must be Vivian's kid. You threw me off. I never see anybody out on the trails this time of day. Glad to see somebody in the Scarlet bloodline gives a shit about their health. Getting your heart rate up instead of just driving around. I've got a son about your age who would kill for the opportunity. Yeah, totally. Whew, I hate seeing young people give up on themselves for no reason when other people have to fight so hard to feel normal.
I haven't said a single word to this lady. She's just like, oh my god, you spooked me. Here are all my opinions. You know what? I don't hate it. Without Sybil here, she's super chill. I take my because I have powerful build. I have muscles. I'm like strong. Okay. She's like, oh, you're fit. Thanks. I take my body very seriously. It is a temple, and I worship through pain. I was with you up until that point. Getting my heart rate up? It's just walking. I haven't even broken a sweat. You don't think Tabitha cares about her health? Thanks, or I'm sorry? What do you want me to say? Yes, I'm very health conscious. Gotta get my 10,000 steps in. What gives you the right to talk about other people's health like that? I'm not doing this for my health. I just don't have a car. Is there something wrong with your son? That was a weird thing to say to a stranger. Okay. Random lady. Let the woman continue her run. Thanks. I take my body very seriously. It is a temple, and I worship through pain. Oh, she liked that. She liked that. That smile. I'm doing so well. Yes. Good. Looks like it's working for you. Oh, well, thank you. The woman shifts, clearly about to continue on her way. No offense, but you come across as a little condescending. I mean, not really. Wait, did you know my mom? What's this about a son my age? If you're a doctor, maybe you can shed some light on these things I saw in the woods. They're like little gnomes? Parasitic gnomes? It's only fair that you tell me your name since you seem to already know mine. She hasn't said my name, but she said you Scarlets, didn't she? Oh, you must be the new kid. Oh, through the power of deduction. Betsy, somebody in the Scarlet bloodline gives a shit about their health. Yeah, okay. She deduced. She's a smart lady. It's only fair that you tell me your name since you seem to already know mine. I feel like that's... The lady at the general store said a great calamity is going to befall the town. Just thought I should spread the word. I'm just running. My wings just waving around. Just, everybody, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Through the woods. Okay. It's only fair that you tell me your name, since you seem to already know mine. Dr. Kelly. Doctor? Alright. And never drop the doctor. I don't appreciate overfamiliarity. But we are allowed to call her Kelly. See, last time, she was like, don't you dare call me by my first name. Ever. Did you know my mom? What's this about a son my age? You're probably never going to meet him. He doesn't get out much. He has a condition. The woman's eyes impatiently drift towards the path behind you. Wait, did you know my mom? I know I'm taking up your time, but like, did you know my mom? Nobody wants to tell me anything. I did. I mean, you would have. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, no, yeah, that makes... Oh, maybe. I don't know how long you've lived here, if you grew up here or not. Small town. Everybody knows everybody, especially if you're around the same age. Look, I'm on a tight schedule. I need to give Reese his meds soon. I didn't mean to start a conversation. Sorry. But you're like trauma dumped on me. Dr. Kelly picks up her pace again, jogging on without another word and disappearing around the bend. You're alone on the path once more. So anyway, the sky is falling! The sky is falling! Just runs off.
It'll never be as funny as it is in my head. The rest of the journey is a bit of a hike, but it's not quite as tedious as you anticipated, and the chips from the general store make for a pleasant walking snack. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitor she's dealing with at the moment.
Bruh, she better let me leave. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation.
You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I am going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts.
I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit, and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system.
You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork.
The American way.
Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them.
I agree, especially in such a dangerous field of work.
And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out.
To hell with you and your damn mind, and the shit house you've had me living in. It'd all be better off a heap of rubble.
Bye, sir. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates.
Odd?
Hi, what are you doing here? I didn't like how we left things off this morning. What do you care? Tabitha, there's nothing to do in this town. There's nothing to do in this town. I've literally been spending 30 minutes running around in the woods yelling. Nobody! There was nobody there. I don't know. Just kind of bored, I guess. Well, I'm not being dragged into danger by Stella. I'm staying out of trouble, like you told me to. Was there a... No. Staying out of trouble, like you told me to. Good answer. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. No, you will not! No, you will not! Don't make me go back, Tabitha! Don't make me go back, Tabitha. Please. Oh my god! Is there a way to get the frick out of this mine? Ugh, I want to look it up. As you settle in, you take in the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella? She's apparently been banned from the mines. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman and an old-timey man. An old-timey man. Oh, it's the dude from the portrait in the house. Huh. Fly be dead. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations? Or I really admired your leadership with that guy earlier. I didn't like how you treated him. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Stella likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen, so she's banned. Who are the people on the wall? I didn't ask this last time, so who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Perla at this point. I don't. Maybe I've seen her pictures on Facebook? And the other one is Enoch. That's Enoch? Wait. No, that is Enoch. What? But he doesn't have a beard. Am I mixing up somebody else? Probably. Our great-great-grandfather who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. Mm-hmm. She just has a jar of peanut butter. Was that there last time? She's just snacking on peanut butter. The idea was to have all the family members who own the mines up on this wall, but I don't think Perlan was too excited to have Great-Grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. You never call Perlan Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. Okay. Why is there a gun in here? What's with the gun? It's Perlan's. She put it there to intimidate people. She seems the type. Always thought it was a little old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you, would you? God, you really talk a lot, don't you? Not really. Sit quietly and let her work. Do your workers only get 3 days off? Do they also get vacations, or...? I don't need to discuss the intricate... It's when I start thinking that I trip myself up. I don't need to discuss the intricacies... I know the word. Intricacies. I don't need to discuss the... I don't need to discuss the intricacies of how I run my business with you. I didn't say you did. I'm the one making decisions because I'm the one who knows what needs to be done for this place to stay running, and I don't need someone who's never run so much as a startup to try and tell me how I should be operating. The fact that I told Stella that I'm a lawyer, I went to school and everything, I should have some smarts and wits about me to tell her off about this. Also, how did I get time off from work to come here? It's not like I can take any time off either. I'd kill for 3 days. I mean, I feel like she was nice and was like, you have 2 weeks to move out. I really admired your leadership with that guy earlier. Yes, I'm good at my job. I'm sure you are. The Scarlets have cultivated generations of a certain kind of management style that has gotten the mine through some very difficult times. You can't let people run all over you. Grandma Eddie learned that from Enoch, and she instilled it in Perlan, and Perlan instilled it in me. And you instill it in me.
What? Never mind. Vivian couldn't cut it. She would have been terrible at this. I wonder if they knew that she was pregnant, or if they found out later. Sit quietly and let her work. You sit for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps away at her keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing as the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. A bag of chips was not enough to sustain you this long. You require more substantial sustenance. Like, if I go back, that would be the second time that I missed out on meeting the doctor. Frick! Do you have any food? I'm getting kind of hungry. Tabitha sighs. I left you food at the estate. Why didn't you eat before you came out here? I wasn't at the estate. If you really can't wait, then go find something at the cafeteria. It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. Oh, and bring me back something too while you're at it. They have a mac and cheese I don't hate. You get up, leaving Tabitha's office, and once again stepping out into the fresh air. Ugh! The cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray, corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions from a group nearby. I want to leave! Never mind, bye. Bye, Sax mutters under his breath. Weirdo. You walk away from the miners. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. I do have a map! I can go back to town! Give up. Finding the cafeteria would require more socializing, and you've done enough of that today to last a lifetime. Possibly a short lifetime, if you remain unable to find nourishment. Hey, you're the boss's cousin, right? Oh. You turn— Don't bring me to the cafeteria, please! I want to leave! You turn to see a hard-faced young man. The name Isaacs is written across his jacket. I'm about to go grab lunch. There's some things I gotta ask you. You got a minute? How serendipitous. You still don't know where the cafeteria is, but this haggard young man has, of his own accord, offered to share his wisdom with you. I'm gonna reload, because I don't want to be stuck here. I want to go to the library. I want lore. If it doesn't give me any new information, I don't know. I don't know. Head to the library. When you say visit, that's very deceptive. You enter the former town hall. Oh, nice music. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Kale Pixel. Such a morbid painting. And the laughing children. Hey, Gretchen. Oh, hey, you made it. Shush at Stella and point at all the books before heading over to her table. Settle in at Stella's table. You head over to Stella's table and settle in. Glad you found the place. Is that your way of saying, what took you so damn long? Yeah? Okay. Haywood, Jackson, Swain, Macon, Malin? Macon? Lay something? Transylvania. Okay. Where have you been? I've been so worried. Aw, Gretchen. That's so nice of you to— We're not gonna eat until you're here! Well, I'm here now, Gretchen. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Odd. You look tired. Snitch on the guy from the general store. It was hard to fall asleep last night. Should I? Should I snitch on Miles? Snitch on the guy from the general store. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kanika, you can't just tell somebody they look tired. Was this an option last time? Maybe not, because we didn't say to Miles that I'm gonna tell Kanika you're gonna be mad at you. No, I'm no snitch. I ain't no snitch. You look so happy. Now that you're here, we're gonna eat. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're welcome. I'm still amped up on adrenaline, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Some creepy old guy with a real estate name and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses. All we need now is for Gretchen to start talking. Again, speak with animals, or whatever it's called. Anyways, I guess we should get started.
Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger.
Your library is incredible. I can't imagine how much work you have to put into maintaining this sort of collection. Why are they looking so shocked that I'm saying that? Like, you don't say the quiet part out loud, Odd. Also, I didn't realize last time that, like, he has a little bow tie on. He looks like such a little nerd. I freaking love it.
Oh, thank you. Is it because I have book smart?
Hey, Oscar. This is Odd. You know,
Tabby's cousin.
Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left.
Somebody told me that he's like in his early 30s. So he's younger. I mean, I didn't think he was like as old as, say, the doctor. But I don't know if it's like a highlight thing, but why are you looking at me so suspiciously?
Why are you complimenting people? That's weird.
If it's highlights or if it's gray hairs, I don't know. Maybe he's just lived a stressful life.
But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. Oh, I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian.
Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people.
Lots of babysitters club.
Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there.
I don't think you guys know what a helicopter parent is. Worrying about your child does not make you a helicopter parent. It's crossing lines.
You know the crowd she hangs out with?
They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing Teen Wolf stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled.
I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all those ditchlings in the woods.
Ditchlings?
That's actually why we came in today. Have you heard of him? Apparently seeing one's supposed to mean a disaster's around the corner.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Dang. Well, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking?
Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. You know, like sinkholes,
Go on.
earthquakes, really, really bad rain weather,
Uh-huh.
hurricanes,
Yes.
tornadoes. Did I say sinkholes? Should I be worried about something?
I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen.
Of course she will. She's like,
Okay, she's gone. Please give me treats.
Aw, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen?
Here, have a biscuit, old gal.
Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. Yeah, she doesn't have teeth because she's so old.
My day is perfect. I can go to bed now. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods.
There's nothing going on in there. There's nothing going on. Just get your head close to hers and all you hear is like,
The number you have dialed is out of reach. Please leave your treats and go away. I don't believe in the supernatural stuff, but the woods aren't safe. It's something that we can't get to the bottom of. Whatever's out there in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe.
I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again.
I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled.
nearly nobody is immune to peer pressure though, Kanika.
Odd, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know that her dad is worried about her?
I will. Hopefully I can save her this time.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. I didn't say that out loud.
Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him! Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books.
Or maybe she's just like,
I'm so hungry! I haven't gotten my daily treats, please! Mommy, please! Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright. It's gonna be so much faster with the two of you here to help out.
thank you for immediately disproving my point, Gretchen.
Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started. Ha! Reading awaits.
Oh my god, this wasn't there last time. Booksmart, explore, flip through historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Here we go.
Historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Just the thought of reading a book like this would probably put most people to sleep. But you've got a mystery to solve. And to solve it, you need to know everything there is to know about this town. This town. Okay. Scarlet Estate, Hiram Scarlet Memorial Hospital, Scarlet Coal Mines, the Tremaine Homestead, the Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church, Town Hall.
Okay, let's just start from the top. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of reading, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, that's what the house looked like before? Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so pretty. All the pavement is gone. It really must be sliding off the edge because you can clearly see that now, that the house, compared to what the house used to look like and what it looks like now. Oof, that's so terrifying.
The Scarlet Estate. inarguably the most striking piece of architecture in Scarlet Hollow, and the most elaborate and elegant estate in the region prior to the construction of the Biltmore in 1895. Andrew Jackson Scarlet chose the location to be atop a hill in Scarlet Hollow's geographic center so that it might be seen from the town below.
Or so that he could look down at the town below. I feel like a king or something.
It remains a constant reminder of the family who carved Scarlet Hollow from the wilderness and provided wealth and prosperity to its residents.
I keep slowly sliding into that TikTok voice that I absolutely detest. It's just...
Well, that wasn't a lot of information. The Hiram Scarlet Memorial Hospital. Ooh, maybe that's the one. Yeah, isn't that the doctor's house? This is Reese's house, right? Yeah. First used as a field hospital during the Civil War, it was named for Silas Scarlet's eldest son, who perished in the bloody conflict. It still stands at the end of what is now the residential district of Scarlet Hollow and has served the health of the community for over 100 years. In the late 1800s, as the town prospered from a coal boom, additions were built onto the house, and it was transformed into a sanatorium, bringing in prestigious clientele from around the world.
So, it was built into the mountain on purpose.
They believed the fresh mountain air would do them well, and Scarlet Hollow became a tourist destination for patients of all afflictions.
That's just like, there's something like that in Sweden too, where there's, goodness, what is it called? It's like Loka, that's the brand. They make fizzy flavored water or unflavored water. And it used to be, there's like a well or like a stream or whatever where that water came from. And they said it had like healing abilities. This was a very long time ago because now they sell it in bottles. I doubt it's the same water, but you know. And people would come there from all over just to spend. They had like a hotel there, I think, where people would just, you know, get healed. People are so silly sometimes. Well, they didn't know better back then.
The clinic still operates to this day as a doctor's office and stands as a building of cultural significance. The Scarlet Coal Mines. The original mining facility is no longer standing, having been destroyed in the collapse of 1918, though the new facility, outfitted with all the cutting-edge technologies of the industry, is in itself a fine example of practical construction. The first iteration of the mining camp was a true product of its time, and what few photographs exist are an interesting peek back at a different era.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
One can still visit the site of the original Scarlet Coal Mine, though all that remains are a few abandoned tunnels, closed off to the public. The Tremaine Homestead. I don't know what that is. Situated on the edge of Scarlet Hollow's farmlands, the Tremaine Homestead was one of the earliest settlements in Scarlet Hollow, predating even the town's famous coal mines. For many decades, the Tremaine family maintained the largest farm in Scarlet Hollow, but a break in the family led them to split the land in two, and the homestead along with it. Despite the many changes made to the two halves of the Tremaine homestead in the subsequent decades, the original log structures are still visible and maintained to this day.
It's so annoying!
They are undoubtedly the oldest buildings left standing in Scarlet Hollow. Is that the one by the church? Explore the Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church. Yeah, that's the church, right there. One of the first buildings constructed by the Scarlet family, the Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church, still sits on its original foundation, though the building was reconstructed to accommodate the influx of citizens during the Scarlet Hollow coal boom of the late 1800s. Attendance has dwindled since the infamous mine collapse of 1918, and while the building may have fallen into disrepair, its simple vaulted ceilings still evoke awe to any who enter. I want to go there. I want to go inside. Town Hall. Silas Scarlet personally funded the town hall's construction as the first municipal building in the then small community of Scarlet Hollow. It has stood at the end of Main Street since before the Civil War, its white columned edifice withstanding the ravages of the 1860s and continuing to stand to this day, a stunning piece of antebellum architecture. After the town of Scarlet Hollow switched to a dog mayor system...
Oh my god, I just got spoiled.
Wait, that picture's stained. Are those blood stains? Like on the original picture, I'm assuming. Huh. After the town of Scarlet Hollow switched to a dog mayor system of governance in the 1920s, the building has been put to different use, though the upstairs still house the town archives and a special ceremonial office for events with the mayor. So the mayor of Scarlet Hollow is a dog. Don't tell Stella we know. You're done here. Close the book and put it back.
I might just quickly skip through this because I don't really want to read this again, but I want my character to have read it at least to get the information. I'm just gonna brush through it without actually reading anything out loud. And if there's anything new, as far as I'm aware, I'll read it out loud.
So this is how your family made its fortune. Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader.
Yeah, I think it's Silas that I have mixed up with Enoch.
You're finished with this one. Let's see. Oh, Mothman. These are all new. Okay, let's get through these ones that we've already done first. Wow, Goose was so lazy, not even looking at the other stories. Enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. Oh, shoot, okay. The Mothman is a large flying creature, generally described as humanoid with glowing red eyes. It was first spotted by a couple in West Virginia in the mid-1960s and was encountered in the region several more times in the following years. The Silver Bridge collapse of 1967 has been linked to a series of Mothman sightings, and it's said the presence of the creature served as some sort of omen or was a catalyst that led to the disaster. This has since become an important aspect of Mothman, with sightings of this cryptid often taken as a sign that some great misfortune is soon to follow. That was it? Okay, Wampus Cat, let's get this one out of the way. Okay, the Jersey Devil, a wyvern-like creature that haunts the New Jersey Pine Barrens. New Jersey. Oh my god. Though the Pine Barrens, the place where this creature is said to have been born, are far from the Appalachian wilderness, sightings of the Jersey Devil have been documented all throughout the forests of the eastern United States. According to popular legend, the Jersey Devil was born to a woman named Jane Leeds. Upon realizing she was pregnant with her 13th child and daunted by the task of giving birth yet again, cursed the child in her womb, proclaiming it would be the devil itself. Wow. That's not going to give you any more work to do, you know? Though born as a normal child, it quickly transformed, gaining a goat or horse's head, large bat wings, and a forked devil's tail. Kicking at the family and lashing out with its tail, it flew up the chimney and ran out into the night, disappearing into the Pine Barrens. The Jersey Devil is one of the oldest cryptids in North American history, with sightings spanning back through the 1800s, all the way to the origin of the myth in the late 1700s. It's said to move with incredible speed and is recognized by its high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. Ginseng babies, roots said to scream like infants if dug up under the full moon. Like, God, what is it called in English? In Swedish, it's called alruna. It's like a witch's root that said it would grow. This is like Swedish folklore. We also used to hang people, like, this is hundreds of years ago, we used to hang people, and when you die, your body, like, shuts down, and stuff will come out of you. So, they'd say, like, a hanged man who, I'm, like, gesturing all over around the microphone, I'm terrified when I hit it. When a hanged man has passed away, while still hanging there, he will release, and from that, on the ground, that's how that root grows. And you would have to tie, like, a rope to the root, to the, like, leaves on top, and it had to be pulled out by a dog at like midnight or something like that, and that was the only way to get it out of the ground. And when it came out of the ground, it would scream, killing the dog. But it's just a dog, so then the witch or whatever, whoever needed it, could come and claim it and carry it as like an amulet of protection. People have always been weird. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's because it kind of looks like, has like a humanoid shape to it, but I don't know. It's safe to say life was hard in the South after the Civil War. The land and its people had been ravaged by conflict, and many turned to unusual industries to get by, like witchcraft. One such industry was that of ginseng diggers, or sang diggers as they were colloquially known, who eked out a meager living for themselves by digging up and selling wild American ginseng. That's not the same root, because the root that I'm talking about is not edible, it's poisonous. Myths surrounding sang diggers were plentiful, but most prominent among them was that of the ginseng baby. It was said that if you dig up a ginseng root on the night of the new moon, it will cry like an infant and leave blood in the earth when it's torn free. The parallels to European mandrake, there you go, it's a mandrake root. The parallels to European mandrake myths are clear, and it can be assumed this myth arose from cross-pollination from European immigrants. But perhaps on the night of the new moon, you should go out and dig up a ginseng root. See if it cries. Check the earth for its blood. Don't do that. Why waste your time? For it could be that the myth spread not through legends passed down through immigrant families, but from the unsettling experiences of these Appalachian foragers. The Bell Witch, a particularly violent haunting in Tennessee. Ooh. One of the most famous hauntings in North American history, the Bell Witch, the Bell Dam, was a strange entity that plagued the citizens of the Red River region of Tennessee in the early 1800s. Look at that, these guys. Many strange phenomena have been attributed to the witch through the years, but the most famous was the haunting of the Bell family.
It started out as a fairly typical haunting, with unnatural sounds echoing throughout the house after sundown, and the appearance of a strange mammal that no one could identify or capture. Unlike other hauntings, though, these acts quickly escalated to attacks on the family, and in particular the daughter, Elizabeth Bell. She was constantly covered in bruises from the spirit's abuse. Or the children were just being abused, and the way they coped with it was saying it was spirits. The spirit could frequently be heard speaking through the walls, its disembodied voice mocking the family and any visitors, and it eventually escalated to giving full-blown hallucinations to those dwelling in the Bell house. Though this haunting ended in the early 1800s, its activity continued in the region for many decades. It could be that the entity known as the Bell Witch may still dwell in the Red River region to this very day. Hopkinsville goblins, small, silvery creatures that besieged a farm in Kentucky. Oh my god, cute! The Hopkinsville goblins case was a supposed close encounter with extraterrestrials in the 1950s near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. But it wasn't, it was just goblins. During the incident, 5 adults and 7 children arrived at the local police station claiming that a group of small chrome creatures had besieged their farmhouse for hours. When police arrived on the scene, they found bullet holes and spent shells, but little else in the way of evidence. Skeptics suggest the family had simply misidentified a group of great horned owls. Even so, the incident remains one of the most thoroughly corroborated and documented cases of extraterrestrial contact. Oh, I'm done. You're doing such a good job. Thank you, Gretchen. That's so nice to hear. I am doing a great job. Thank you. You close the book and put it back. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Great, that's up to me. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we could rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Ah! Hi, Pixel. Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Almost on instinct, Stella slams her book shut. Aw, hey, Pixel. Hello. You are a big one. Yeah, you've told me. I know. Yes, you do. You're so smart. Hey, Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. The injustice! The injustice!
Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Leave Pixel be. You decide to leave Pixel be. The cat curls up. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. There's only one new one. Any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen wolf. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. Those are her friends. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on our usual haunts. So we should wrap this up then. Let's talk about historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Alright, let's talk about historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. I know this is shocking to you, Stella, but I am, too, an intellectual. Don't praise me. I'm not doing it for praise. Oh my god, you read that? That book was assigned as punishment if we misbehaved in school. That doesn't mean there isn't helpful information in there. It's an excellent sleep aid. NyQuil and melatonin have nothing on historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. I disagree. Rumor has it that nobody has read it from cover to cover. I have! It wasn't that big of a book. It was like 10 pages in total, maybe? Not even that. It would cover maybe like 3 pages. You guys are missing out. That's one of my favorite books here. Such rich history. Yeah, you guys suck. Guess we're just kindred spirits, Odd. I guess we are, Mr. Gutierrez. Or could I call you Oscar? No? Okay. Har har. Yeah, I read the boring book. If we're serious about solving this mystery, we have to learn as much as we can about the town's past. Look, this town has deep lore, and I am here for all of it. Stella, when were you going to tell me that the mayor is a dog? What happened to the estate? Why don't people go to church here? Even the hospital here is named after my family. The Tremaine homestead seems like the only thing here that doesn't have the Scarlet name stamped on it. Did I say I read that book? I meant to say I tried to read it and fell asleep. I'm not a freaking nerd or something. No. Har har. Yeah, I read the boring book. If we're serious about solving this mystery, we have to learn as much as we can about the town's past. Oh, Kanika, they both like that. What? Oh, definitely. I brought this book here for a reason. I'm just surprised somebody finally got through it. What happened to the estate? At some point, the hill it was built on started falling apart.
I think it's pretty stable at this point, though.
I don't think so.
Is it? Still, have you seen the place? And half of it is still mostly okay.
She cares so much about people. Why don't people go to church here?
We've just never really had a good pastor around these parts. Not as long as I've been around, at least. And I'm not really much of a church person anyways. Who has the time? The building gives off weird vibes, too, and not in the fun, haunted way.
Okay. Even the hospital here is named after my family.
I know it's in the name, but calling it a hospital is generous. Right now, it's a one-woman medical clinic. If any serious emergencies happen these days, we've got to call an ambulance from out of town. And that's where Reese and his mom live. She's the town doctor, though these days she doesn't really see a lot of patients.
Stella, when were you going to tell me that the mayor is a dog?
What?
What?
Darn, I was hoping it'd be a surprise. Scarlet Hollow hasn't had a human mayor since the 1920s. Yeah, if you were hoping the mayor might be able to help us out here, you're out of luck.
You just let me sit on that, Stella.
The Tremaine homestead seems like the only thing here that doesn't have the Scarlet name stamped on it. Yeah, I think they've been around these parts even longer than your family, though they're the Tremaines and the Callaways now.
Wait, are you talking about Duke? Where? Am I making connections that hasn't been made? I don't know.
They literally split their farmhouse in half over that schism.
Yeah!
Duke's actually on the Callaway side of the family. Yeah.
See, I pay attention, I guess. About the coal mines. So about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders.
I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse.
What happened after the mine collapsed? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here.
Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk.
History tends to be written by winners. Maybe there's more to Charles Shaw's story than these dusty old books are letting on.
Normally, I'd be inclined to agree with you there, but we're talking about an old-timey coal boss. I'd be shocked if he wasn't cutting corners.
Odd does make a fair point. Shaw was certainly a problematic figure, but there might be other— yeah, he was rich, so of course he sucked. Shaw was certainly a problematic figure, but there might be other details that were lost to time.
Sure, but the guy was run out of town on a rail. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. He got off easy, if you ask me.
What if the ditchings are coming from the mines? What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick.
I'm not sure how they tie in, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Maybe the ditchings are warning us about another collapse? Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled.
Y'all don't actually think the mines is about to collapse, right?
No.
Whew, had me worried there for a second.
I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then.
Gretchen's so happy.
I'm happy to be here. You never know.
Should we go? I don't want to read. My throat is getting so dry. Nuclear incidents, you were talking about Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah, I don't think anything new is there. Okay. Goldsboro is over 300 miles from here. I don't think we have to be worried about that.
Yeah, that's fair. It wouldn't make sense for ditchings to be here specifically if that was the case too.
We also really shouldn't be looking too much into this whole disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological.
You never know with radiation.
We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. That is actually not true. You don't melt like in a freaking movie, Kanika. It doesn't... It's not acid. You will, like, most likely get cancer and die a very slow and painful death. Like, your skin might, like, fall off, like... yes, melt off, kind of. But, like, it's not like in a cartoon.
You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this.
Do you think there's a cult here? A lot of folks here feel tense and closed off.
The whole vibe of this town is off, and it feels like folks are hiding something.
No offense, though.
Are we? Oh my goodness, are we hiding something? I didn't know I was hiding something. Oh no.
Or maybe people here just aren't used to strangers.
But I'm such a delight.
No? We're just gonna drop that? Talk about Appalachian folk monsters. So, folk monsters. Ooh, we can talk about all the things.
Hopkinsville goblins were silvery, small, and traveled in a pack. There's a lot of similarities to ditchlings here. Those are 100% confirmed aliens, though.
Are they? 100%? No cap?
Unless the Hopkinsville goblins were just a couple of owls some drunk farmer saw at 3 a.m. They're not aliens. And before you say it, no, ditchlings aren't aliens either.
Doesn't matter if either of them are aliens. What matters here are the similarities between them. The whole implanting thing we saw last night feels consistent with stories about aliens. Who's to say ditchlings aren't aliens? It seems more plausible than them being supernatural. All I'm saying is that there's a precedent for this physical description. It's a starting point. It doesn't matter if the goblins were actually aliens. It doesn't matter if ditchlings are aliens. What matters here are the similarities between them.
Alright, I can respect that. But even if the Hopkinsville goblins were ditchlings, there's not a whole lot to go on there. And that's a big if. It'd probably rule out the whole portent of doom thing, though. I'm already ruling that out.
Wampus cats sounds like they could be mountain lions.
They were 100% mountain lions.
Sorry, I'm just skipping through this. Ditchlings.
There's simply no way to know.
Yeah, yes there is. There's some striking similarities between Mothman and ditchlings. Not physically, but
Both of them are portents of doom. Mothman, love that guy. Especially from certain angles. There's a whole subgenre of cryptids that serve as bad omens, but the disaster angle is definitely a clear connection.
No comment.
Maybe Mothman is what happens when a ditchling is all grown up.
Okay.
But they're already reproducing. And they don't have wings, and they're pale and blobby. Huh. They have a certain caterpillar vibe, don't they?
Yeah.
Why am I even engaging with you on this? Portents of doom aren't real.
Why is the Jersey Devil even in this book? The Pine Barrens are specifically not in Appalachia.
Because he's cool? The Jersey Devil is like the granddaddy of North American cryptids, and it's kinda close to the Appalachian. Back when I was a kid, I always wanted one as pet.
The Bell Witch sounds terrifying.
Yeah, no kidding. Thankfully, she isn't real.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I've never heard of ginseng babies.
Oh yeah, that myth is pretty buried. The author managed to unearth it for this book.
What? Oh, unearth? Yeah, solidarity, Kanika.
Get it? But seriously, whoever wrote this book definitely stretched things out so they could include some of their favorite stuff, like how the Jersey Devil is in it. Have you seen what ginseng root looks like, though? Creepy stuff.
I have. I use it for cooking. It's fine. It doesn't... Okay.
Creepy, but incapable of screaming. Yeah, that's one of those things that even I don't buy into. My mom used to tell me that teleport story when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Telepo. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. But that doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Telepo. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days, chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge.
Let's move on. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this?
That creepy keeps coming around my mom's tea room. He snuck up on us last night and called out all by name. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it.
Silas Scarlet, what a revisionist biography. Really glosses over all the war crimes to paint a picture of a self-made man.
It's a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject.
I almost did that in one go.
Yep, dude was a monster. Sorry you're related to him.
Yeah, so am I. So, do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing onto itself. No offense. This town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsing onto itself. No offense, but maybe that's why the ditchlings are here?
Not taken. Why would the ditchlings be here now, though? Scarlet Hollow's been like this for as long as I can remember.
The mines are the obvious common thread between everything we've researched. Between Wayne, the old collapse, and the fact that the whole town's practically been built around them. They're the smartest place to start an investigation.
Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird.
Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right?
Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there.
Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines.
I promise, Nix, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground.
I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface.
Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it.
Alright, but let's try and stay under the radar. I'm already in hot enough water with Tabitha as is.
That sounds like a good idea. We'll be super sneaky, I promise. I can't even keep a lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I miss this. I miss it too. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. The poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Odd. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina.
Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted.
Bye, Oscar. Yeah, it is the same house. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness.
The pavement is cracked here, though.
Unlike several of the other entries in historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow, this one still looks mostly like it did in the book. Hello? Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. Shh! Not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You could practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Odd would get along super well, too. Gretchen's so cute. Hi, I'm Odd, Vivian's kid. Stella, if Reese is that sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures. Stella mutters under her breath. Snitch. What?
Wow. Nobody calls you out, do they? If I get the chance, I'm gonna do that. Because she needs that, I feel. You're kind of selfish, Stella.
Snitch.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too.
She has a Batman belt.
He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Odd.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly.
That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then.
No, you won't.
That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in the hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later.
Maybe she says that because she knows dogs doesn't like him. She didn't slam the door as hard this time. I don't think. I could be making that up. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within.
God, that woman makes me so nervous. She used to be so nice when we were kids. Always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Odd. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods.
I mean, I want to go with Stella because I want to protect Gretchen, even though I know nothing's gonna happen.
Either way works for me.
Why not just drive up with Kanika? Aren't the mines a bit of a ways off?
Don't worry about it, Odd. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than two people.
I'll ride with Kanika.
I'll ride with Kanika. See you at the mines.
Wow. Oh, look at the little... It's a Sailor Moon charm on her keys. It's so cute. She's so hot, though. She's so freaking hot.
Kanika's a careful driver, maintaining her control, even though her old van bumps around on the unpaved mountain roads. She treats the tight turns with the fear they deserve, unlike your cousin, whose mood seems to make itself known through how aggressively she speeds around the treacherous bends. Thanks for indulging us on that little diversion. Reese's mom is scary.
God, your makeup is so nice.
I've seen him in person maybe 5 or 6 times in as many years, and that was always in his house. And with his mom right there the whole time. No one even knows what he's sick with. That sort of isolation can't be good for his health, no matter what his mom says.
So what's actually going on with Reese? What's up with your brother? So do you have any plans to get out of this town? Live somewhere else? Have you ever thought about living somewhere else? Why do you still live here? This town's a dead end. Can you please drive me out of town, like, right now? Do you have any other theories besides what we talked about at the library? Yeah. Do you have any other theories on what's going on, aside from what we talked about at the library?
I don't know. I don't think there's enough information yet to support any strong conclusions. Though I've been wondering if what you two saw was maybe some sort of mutated animal. Like a strain of hairless monkeys or raccoons or something.
You saw the video. They're 2 different in sizes.
Do you know about Morgan Island? It's off the coast of South Carolina, and there's a whole population of rhesus monkeys infected with herpes. Like 4,000 of them. Maybe the distant are some kind of alopecia research monkeys. Which sounds ridiculous now that I've said it out loud. Forget I said anything.
No, I totally buy that. Those things were not monkeys. Those things were not monkeys. I saw them with my own eyes, and they were way too messed up to be anything like monkeys.
I mean, that doesn't rule out lab monkeys, right? Could be that whatever made them hairless also caused weird swellings or altered their proportions. Like I said, we don't have anywhere near enough information.
What's up with your brother? I swung by the general store this morning, and I'm pretty sure I met your brother. What's his deal?
Ugh, Miles. He didn't do anything weird, did he?
He did such a good job, a model employee. He made me steal some chips. He was gonna beat me up. He was fine, I was just curious.
Huh, it's good to hear. Sorry to jump to conclusions. I know you don't have any siblings, but I just wish he would grow up, you know?
Isn't he like 13, 14?
It feels like I can't trust him to do anything without leaving a mess for me to clean up. Don't get me wrong, he's family and I love the guy, but he sure doesn't make it easy.
So do you have any plans to get out of this town? Live somewhere else?
Yeah, this wasn't the plan and it still isn't. I was actually a couple years into vet school. Oh, top of my class, might I add, when my dad died. Well, my mom wasn't up for running the store and you've met Miles.
So they were just like, you have to come home. You don't have a choice. Fuck your dreams. Wow. That puts Sybil in a different light, doesn't it? She could have sold the general store or hired somebody else to run it.
I only wanted to take a semester off, help them get back on their feet. But it's been a year and change now. It's not just about my family, too. The general store? That's the general store. If it winds up going under, it's hard not to imagine the whole town collapsing with it.
And you still feel like you can't relate to Tabitha? Like you both the general store and the mines, I feel, are like connected to the town's economy as well as the diner, you know?
Maybe I'll get to go back next semester.
Yeah, I hope you do. I'd say welcome to the Dead Dads Club, but I don't actually know if my dad's dead. That's the first time we've mentioned our dad. You'd be a great vet. Chase your dreams. I'm sure they'll be okay without you. You shouldn't wait on other people for permission to live your life. Helping your family like this is admirable. Maybe you should stay here. Ugh. Do you really think you're going to go back and finish school? I hope she does. That's cool. Just like Stella's mom. I'd say welcome to the Dead Dads Club, but I don't actually know if my dad's dead. You're funny. Thank God! But I know. I know. That's cool. Just like Stella's mom.
You know, I never really thought of it that way, but yeah, I guess you're right.
You shouldn't wait on other people for permission to live your life.
A little harsh, but I guess you're not wrong. I suppose it's hard to think about what I want with other people relying on me like this.
Yeah, but you have outbursts towards your family on a regular basis, which I feel like, I'm not saying it's undeserved, but like, that's just gonna get worse. And in time, it's not healthy for either side.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. Not a lot of people here share your perspective.
That's me. Odd perspective. Or, OP for short. Now that she's not around, can you tell me what's up with Stella and cars? Can you please drive me out of town? Like right now. We could both just leave and go somewhere far away from here where neither of us need to worry about ditch things or cataclysmic events.
Whoa. There's no way I'm crossing Tabitha like that.
What is she gonna do? Follow us? Oh God, do you think she'd follow us? Do you actually think she would follow us? You know, it would be a nice little detail if the keys jingled a little bit back and forth with the driving. Just saying, that would be a nice little detail.
The fact that she brought you here is a big deal. She doesn't see people. She doesn't have guests. You being here has gotta mean something to her.
I know, and it's making me very nervous.
And if she found out I was the one who drove you out of town, which she would, there's no telling what might happen. The Scarlets still hold a lot of sway in this town, even if your cousin's all that's left of them. And hey, I don't think there's a lot to worry about yet. The ditchlings are just some weird animal, right? If we just stay out of the woods, I'm sure we'll be fine.
You are literally surrounded by woods. So what's actually going on with Reese?
Good question. I wish I knew. His mom's been saying he's sick for years, and it's not like she's wrong about it. He's been a wreck the few times I've seen him. I just find it a little weird that his mom hasn't brought in any outside doctors. At least not any I'm aware of. I mean, she's a doctor, but if your kid's been housebound for this many years, you'd think it was something you'd put a lot more effort in fixing. I don't know, I'm probably just projecting or something.
Sounds a little like factitious disorder.
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
What the frick is... So she knows what that means. I thought she would be like,
What's that? What the hell is that? What does that mean? What are you talking about?
factitious disorder. Oh. Previously called Munchausen syndrome. Okay, I didn't know they changed the name for it. Well, then I know what that is. I know what that is. It's like, this might be over a lot of people's heads because it's such an old movie. The Sixth Sense. There's a lady in there who has it, and she murdered her daughter for attention. Spoilers, I guess. But if you haven't watched it by now, I'm not gonna ask about Stella.
You and Kanika sit in comfortable silence for the last few minutes of the ride.
You know, I got a lot of info out of that. I'm actually glad that I rode in the car with her.
You and Kanika arrive at the mines before Stella. Stella's probably going to be another couple of minutes.
Oh my god, Gretchen! What did you do, Gretchen?
There was a bird. I wanted to eat it.
Oh my god.
Stella didn't like that.
Hey y'all. How was the ride? Did you run all the way here? I'm gonna put Gretchen down for a second. Did you run while carrying Gretchen? What the heck? Did you run here?
Yep, felt like getting running. I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you?
Nope.
That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there.
I'm sure I'll fit right in with a bunch of burly coal miners. Does anybody have a green jacket?
You're gonna do great. So, the plan. You know those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Wow, do you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of their van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call.
Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds.
We can feed you questions if you get stuck. And Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I missed it doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah?
Yeah. Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Oh.
Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something.
Nope, can't hear you, sorry.
Very funny. You're coming through crystal clear mind. Nothing to do but enter the worksite.
Yeah, let's go.
Pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine.
I'm so curious what would happen if I just went to the office.
Hacker voice.
I'm in.
All right, Morpheus. Good to know.
I'm gonna go find my cousin. Oh, look at that. You make your way to the trailer in the middle of camp. Enter. I'm most definitely gonna go back, but I'm just so curious. You enter Tabitha's trailer. You don't even knock. That's so rude. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? Sorry, bad time. And what are those ridiculous things doing in your ears?
Oh, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Odd.
Is that Stella and Kanika? Are you spying on me? Oh, shit. Sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Tell Stella and Kanika you're about to hang up. Hey guys, I'm gonna hang up real quick. I don't want Tabitha to think I'm spying on her. You disconnect from the call before opening the door.
Why would she think I was spying on her because I have, like, earbuds in? That's a little paranoid. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? I can just leave if you want. I need you to take what's going on seriously. I need you to take me seriously. Someone's been following me. I mean, we haven't seen Wayne since, like, last chapter. That was the only time we've seen Wayne. Since we didn't go back to the estate, we haven't seen him. I can just leave if you want. No, you're already here. Might as well tell me what's so important. I didn't like how we left things off this morning. Tabitha sighs. You have to understand how much is on my plate right now. And also, you swung by, unannounced, and just barged into my office without anyone's help getting here or finding the place? Just to say that? Actually, yeah. Nobody told me where your office was. No, I actually have some things I wanted to talk to you about. What do you need? Ditchlings. There are monsters in the woods, Tabitha. I know it's hard to take this seriously, but we caught them on camera, and they're supposedly a portent of doom for the town. I'm not asking you to believe me, but I'm asking you to take me seriously. I don't know anything about monsters in the woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Alright? You leave it at that. Look, I'm kind of swamped right now. I was actually getting ready for a big meeting when you walked in, but if you want, you can just wait here for an hour or so, and I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Just don't go around bothering my men. Don't move a muscle. Don't so much as make eye contact with them. They're supposed to be working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. As soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbuds back in your ears and redial the group.
Hey, is everything good?
I don't like these first three. I don't think she's hiding something. Ugh, what a waste of time. I'm going to go see if I can find some miners to talk to.
Glad you've seen the light.
No, not like that.
Oh, come on, Neeks. Cut her some slack. Tabby's not that bad. She's totally that bad.
No use sticking around here. Head back outside to continue your investigation. You stop in your tracks, a shiver running up your spine as an unfortunately familiar voice calls out to you.
You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous.
Why are you following me?
You don't have to be afraid of me.
I didn't say I was.
I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen.
What's gonna happen? Or, what's gonna happen? You useless little... Before you can say another word, the figure is gone.
Hey, Odd, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you.
Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello.
Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone up there. Are you okay?
He said some real ominous shit to me. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety, that sort of thing.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? The plot thickens.
Oh, this time she doesn't say, yeah, I care about your safety. I am on thin ice with Stella. Snitches get stitches, I guess. This just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down.
Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Odd. We've got your back. You know, from outside, not inside.
As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. You little paleontologist! A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill.
Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here?
Clearly she's doing a delinquency. We should call Oscar. Let's handle that after we catch up with her. Yeah, but we should call him anyways. We can walk and call. There's the little baby ditchling. You rush over the hill and get your bearings. The sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward a nearby mine. I don't think this is the same mine as from the outro, from the scene in the first chapter. This is a completely different mine. So do you think there's maybe like a secret mine entrance somewhere? She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After it collapsed, I killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Cool. It's been ages since I've had the chance to get some good spelunking in. Oh, she's like, you're so brave. Oh my god. Well, at least we'll have a good guide down there in case things go south. Well, you sure you want to tag along, Nix? I don't get that sentence. Who is she referring to? Stella, I'm assuming? Well, you sure you want to tag along, Nix? Odd and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in here. Even if it means I have to go underground. Gretchen. No! Please stop! Don't let them take me there! Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Yeah, call her. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin.
What is it? You know I'm in a meeting.
A kid just snuck into the shaw mine. I figured you should know.
What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you listen.
Let's see. Because I'm curious what will happen if I wait for her. I don't need to get snarky. I'll wait.
Good.
Tabitha hangs up on you. Wait for Tabitha. You find a tree to lean against and wait for your cousin. Stella and Kanika will probably be fine without you. Oh my god. You stand outside the mines. The footsteps are gone. I mean, the footprints. You stand outside the mines, anxiously eyeing the tree line, hoping not to glimpse any inhuman movements. Is this the tree we're leaning up against? Don't look up, Odd. Ah! Fuck. Huh, you actually waited for me. I don't know what to say. Ah, yeah, it's cousin bonding time. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I have waited? How about thank you, Odd? It's nice to see you too, Tabitha. Took you long enough. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? Do I need to explain that to you? You haven't exactly been reliable since you've gotten here. I've been here for a day. Come on, let's get this over with. I don't like the thought of you walking around in an abandoned coal mine. But I'd rather not leave you out here unattended. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Okay. This feels so wrong! Tabitha huffs her way up to the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. Follow her. You follow her and enter the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over. Your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. This is a rare place where your well-muscled frame feels like it might be more of a hindrance than a help. Do you know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Dude, it's not me that went in here, it's the kids. I mean, I'm in here now, but only because of the kid. Why are you asking me? Of course I know why it's boarded up. You need to put like a gate and a thick-ass lock on that gate on here. Some wooden boards aren't gonna cut it. Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of kids, people, I mean. Because it ran out of coal. Because deep down, you like being a curmudgeon. Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people. 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined my family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Yeah, I'd imagine. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crush injuries or burns, or dehydration, or lack of oxygen. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. Yeah, I'd imagine. Why are you telling me this? Can't say I blame them. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? God, that's morbid. If you think about it, isn't that the price we pay for life? Is this supposed to be your idea of bonding? I get it, it's dangerous down here, I'll be careful. What makes you so sure it was Charles Shaw's fault? It doesn't really matter whose fault it is. Yeah, but you're like repeating that history. If you didn't care whether it was true or not, don't go around telling people that, as if it's facts. It doesn't really matter whose fault it is. That's ancient history at this point. 100 years on, who cares about pointing fingers and passing blame? Everyone involved is long dead. What I care about are the 168 people who climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. Aw, that's kind of sweet, Tabitha. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. What the hell was that? That's gotta be Tommyknockers, right? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's about to collapse, isn't it? It sounds like rocks shifting somewhere deeper in the mine. We should be careful. Have you not been careful up until this point? Did I give you my whole tragedies of the past spiel for nothing? Yeah, like 60 seconds ago, Tabitha. It hasn't really been long. There hasn't been time for me to... Whatever. Come on, it came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. Follow her. You take a deep breath and follow suit. Okay. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Oh god, are the kids gonna be gone already? when we get there. How long did it take her to get here? Echoing through the tight corridors, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of a tense argument.
I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment.
Okay, they haven't gone yet. It hasn't been that long. It took her maybe a couple minutes.
You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can and can't be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much.
Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here.
We're not kids.
Yeah, we're teens.
Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where'd you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. And it better not be you.
Yeah, whatever. It's me.
What are you even doing here?
Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague.
What's the deal with you and Kanika?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together. That was years ago, so who knows?
What do you think of Kanika? You're probably right. She's jealous and needs to get over it. I think she just hates her family. She thinks you're exploiting your workers. No offense, but you are a little rough around the edges. What do you think of Kanika?
I think the two of us are more alike than she'd ever care to admit.
Yeah, I think so too. She thinks you're exploiting your workers.
I'm not trying to exploit anyone. I'm just doing the best I can. It's not my fault that sometimes I have to make cuts. It's not my fault that people just aren't cut out for the job.
What about the union?
I've given up on other people understanding me. It doesn't matter.
Let's move on. They're close. She looks so exhausted. Hi, I'm here. You can all calm down and stop crying. I have arrived.
You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern.
Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you or Tabitha approach.
My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want.
Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a charge hand.
No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, you freaking idiot.
Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning.
Yeah, get her.
What?
Oh shit.
Oh, hey, Tab. Hey, Odd. We thought we'd lost you there.
Did you run off to snitch to Tabitha?
Don't call me a snitch. Poor Alexa looks terrified.
Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best. These kids are refusing to listen to us.
Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point.
Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out.
Jesus Christ. I love that he has a stoned Bugs Bunny on his shirt. The team with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling.
Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier?
Oh my God, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina.
None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature.
Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. And tall and hot.
Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die.
Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out?
I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you?
Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear that sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad.
So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable.
Oh no. Becca's like, what? What? Really?
Look, we just want to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at her house.
They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup.
No, it isn't, Zane.
Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha, Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted.
Oh. Wait, what?
And I should care because...
Because it's such a bullshit excuse? I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and he's lying to you to save face. What a coward.
Didn't he get the house as librarian? Like, the house came with the library? So, like, as librarian, it's like a lighthouse keeper who gets to live in the house next to the lighthouse. Like, it comes with the job. So you're wrong, you little shit. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, like, bullying or something?
Shut up, Zane. Becca, he says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. I could make so much content from that. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid.
Ugh, you're all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character.
Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case.
Wait, what did you say about child labor? I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar's doing this to protect you. You're right, Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? Should I just remain silent, maybe? I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and, like, ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind.
Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there's no ghost.
Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house.
There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. I still get content. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house and still a ghost bust to your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There's no ghost.
I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines.
You don't get black lung just from hanging out in a mine once.
Ah!
Oh, I forgot about this. Kanika's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks.
That wasn't me, I swear! Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises?
It's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out.
Stella!
I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher.
Do you have no sense of self-preservation?
No, I don't think so.
I want you out of here, Stella.
Oh, come on, Tabby. You can take along too.
If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks.
The fact that Stella's actually looking back and she cannot see that the kids are crawling away.
It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here.
You're a terrible friend with your freaking Naruto pants. Don't think I didn't notice. You're a bad friend.
Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel.
Dang, I've always wondered where that goes.
I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my minds. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults. We could already be done with this little mess, but no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mind.
She looks so... Becca's head pops out from a tunnel's entrance.
We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million gazillion times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever, come on you two. I know a cool spot this way.
Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Odd. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. Could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed the barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up.
How? You are like a stick.
But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunting tomorrow.
Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into the Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out.
Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing.
I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Should we get some professionals down here? What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could all just leave. Let's do this one.
Are we biting off more than we can chew? Should we get some professionals down here? I am a professional.
You don't even have gear with you.
I'd also prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring.
Oh, don't worry, Aunt. It'll be fun and safe.
You said that last night too. You said that exact thing last night, Stella.
I'm sure that's exactly what you told them last night, and we all know how that ended.
Oh my god, okay. I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along, not because you're making me. I'm coming along, but I want to stress that it is against my will and better judgment. Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that.
I don't need you to fight my battles for me, Odd. It's fine. Stella can tag along. I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along, not because you're making me. I just wanted to make that clear. Everybody heard me say that, yes. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing.
See you on the other side. Hopefully soon.
For sure. We won't be long.
Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow.
Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens.
Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way.
You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Why? Venture deeper into the mine.
Okay. I'm back. You don't know that I was gone, but I was, because my voice was going and I had to take a break. Which included a nap, which turned into a sleep. Alright, let me get my bearings here. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls.
Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought that was...
I think she's dying, fam.
I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha's really cool? She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around.
Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool.
I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella.
Oh. That made her smile. Oh no, I don't think I noticed that last time.
Hey.
I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor?
Stella, don't listen to her, Stella. Don't listen to her.
I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice.
Didn't she say that... Didn't she tell Duke the other night, editing, post me, insert clip of her mentioning to Duke that she really had to record a video that night or she might lose her sponsor?
But I've got to film tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor.
Inconsistencies. I'm watching, reading, conspiring.
I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, TM, and I make plenty from ads and donations.
Ads don't really make you that much, though, but sure. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Dang, Stella, Meat Rice, TM. That's a big deal. I wish they were gossiping.
How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me.
Then why'd you smile?
I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me.
Hear, hear.
Congratulations on your sponsor, though.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Dang, Stella, Meat Rice, TM. That's a big deal. They're on, like, every podcast. Not the ones I listen to, but, like, I've heard that they're on every podcast. I've heard people make fun of them for it.
Speaking of, this video is sponsored by Shadow Ray Legend. No, never mind.
I don't even know if that's actually their name.
That's how out of the loop I am. The very, very old loop.
Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel.
Let's keep moving.
You quietly press on. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another, followed by another.
They do that
a lot where they repeat sentences like that. It doesn't impact the sentence in a way where it doesn't impact the story if you keep doing it over and over again. Just a small constructive criticism from one writer to the whole team. I don't take anything I say to heart. I don't know what I'm talking about, except when I do. And then everybody should always listen to me because I'm always right. But not all the time. Obviously. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you.
Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mime sounds.
I've missed doing her voice. I don't know why. It's so annoying.
Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me.
That sounds just the active mind echoing through the walls, right? Nah, it's Tommyknockers. I'm sure of it. It's not Tommyknockers. That being said, it's also definitely not the active mind. We use a machine these days, and it sounds nothing like that. Yeah, we've heard it from, like, the outside, right? It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad, for obvious reasons. Are we sure that tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Those poor kids. I can't believe they're making us do this. Those poor kids. I have no sympathies for their terror. They've brought this upon themselves for trespassing in my mine and making me come down here. I'm sure they're just as upset that you came down here as you are. Yeah, I agree with that. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Them combat boots. Yeah. I wonder what shoes I'm wearing. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Damn. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Red is Stella's color. Not like, oh my god, girl, red is so your color. Like, she always wears red. Tabitha always wears brown. Avery always wears something green. Kanika always wears something black, obviously. Who am I missing? There's nobody else on the, team, right? I don't think so. I think that was everybody. Did I just miss something? Oh. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. All right, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down.
I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. That guy.
Yep, they're close, all right. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd. Distant. Step forward. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. My big brains ain't gonna help me now. Hey, are you alright, Odd? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Odd, are you alright? thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You are not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise.
Oh, she wasn't crying this time. Because she doesn't like me because she thinks I'm a freaking snitch.
You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Yeah. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors.
Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way.
If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place.
Becca, I'm just trying to help.
I said go! Go on, get!
Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right?
Pick a side, Alexis. God!
I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. So I hurt Rosalina.
The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. Can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? That knocking's getting closer. Those kids are lost. I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? I remember you diving towards me. Did you know something might happen? We should get out of here. We should wait for Stella. I remember you diving towards me. Did you know something might happen? I've seen horror movies. You looked like you were about to wander off and get yourself killed. I don't believe you. I didn't want to let you out of my sight, not down here. I mean, that makes sense. Hey girl, what's up? Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry it snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with that knocking, but that is the sound of a mind collapse. Quick, up that ladder, both of you. Wait, Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This is not a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves.
I can't leave children. I might do a playthrough at some point where I'm just like, F them kids, I don't care.
Okay, let's do this. Odd, don't do this to me. I'm not leaving unless everyone leaves. Are you serious? Thank you. They're back this way, hurry. Sorry, cuz. Rosalina runs back the way she came. Follow her. You run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. Rosalina leads the way, and Tabitha is not far behind.
I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay?
I swear to God, Odd, if we get stuck down here... I'm glad you decided to come along. You won't regret it. We'll see about that. We're coming! Just stay where you are! Rosaline, you came back! I don't want to die down here!
Grab them and start running. This is what I wanted to do last time. Just pick them up and just Usain Bolt out of here! You reach forward and forcefully grab Becca and Alexis, silently pulling them behind you. Ooh, behind me? That's not a good choice. Oh, now they're in front of me, so it's fine. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. I didn't save. Shoot.
All of you start climbing. Now! Once the last teen is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Climb out of the pit. You follow suit and start climbing. Every second counts. Just being like, move, move, move. It's still like a few seconds wasted, you know? This way, come on. God, pick up Rosalina and just fucking shoot her out. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you have just listened to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay? God! Continue towards the entrance. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. Go, 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 go! Come on, we gotta go faster!
That will never not make me think of Sonic. I'm so sorry.
We're almost there. I can see the entrance. Oh, come on, don't. Please, your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Shit! You know what? I might play through this with keen eye. And book smart, I guess. Powerful build doesn't... You know what? Duke is my dude. He's like so cool, but fuck him. God damn it. Shit! I'm not gonna cry this time. I'm not gonna cry. I'm just not gonna cry. Alright? I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not going to cry. You will not make me cry again. And then the knocking fades, and you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. Fuck. Just picking them up didn't do anything. Ugh. What the fuck? What the fuck? Rosalina, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay, idiot. Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down here in the first place. This is your fault. God, I can't read their lines as if they're about to cry, because that will make me cry. I'm empathizing with myself, okay? Shit. Why did this have to happen? Okay, the knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm going to make some calls. Stay exactly where you are. I mean, that's cold, Tabitha, even for you. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika pop their heads through the mine entrance. Tabitha just stormed out of there, are you? Oh my god! I didn't take notice last time, until after when I was editing, obviously. But the way Stella just backs up there, she's just walking away with her hands up like she's, like metaphorically, like taking her hands off what's happening. She's like, oh, I'm fine. I deal with things just fine. But I don't think she does. I keep making jokes about repression, but I think that's low-key how she deals with things. And Kanika makes a comment too in the next chapter, I think, where she's like, maybe I should take a page out of Stella's book or follow Stella's example and just put these things in a box and not deal with them. So there's like so much more there. There's so much more to Stella. Okay. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella already called an ambulance. But that means cops are gonna come. They're gonna know I was drinking. They're gonna know we went in there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Becca squirms through the gap in the boards and scampers away. Don't worry about her, Rosaline. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby, see if she needs help. We're gonna get you help. Everything's gonna be okay. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosalina, I'm so sorry. I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of here, and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Odd and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. Of course you're not gonna die. Of course you're not gonna die. The ambulance will be here any minute. Probably. Sorry. We're all going to die. Eventually. I don't know, maybe. I want to reassure her. No. I'll lift those boulders myself if I have to. Thanks, Odd. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. Honey, it's your foot. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. I promise. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is all me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Odd. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. Alexis is right. You're very mature for your age. Anyone else would have done the same. That is not true. I'm just sorry I couldn't do more. You should stop hanging out with Becca. She bullied both of you into doing things you didn't want to do. Whatever happens tonight. You should remember this, Alexis. And that's why, children, you should not be drinking underage. I didn't drink until I was 18. Yeah, totally. Alexis is right. You're very mature for your age. Worrying about others at a time like that. You're more brave than a lot of adults I know. That is so true. That is so true, Rosalina.
It's true, Rosalina. You're really brave. Braver than I am. And smarter. If I hadn't stuck with Becca, maybe... I don't know, maybe it would have been different. It's just not fair that this happened to you. You're the nicest person I know. Rosalina. Still awake. Just hurts like hell. Sorry, I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come back with help, okay?
Good on you, Alexa. Alexa? Good on you, Alexis. Alexis grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moment to pass before help arrives. They're over. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon.
They're over here, Earl.
Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll be a bit for the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll be at least another half hour.
You heard the man. You have half an hour to get her out of there. Move it.
Rosalina, sweetie, I'm here.
Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here.
You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can.
Fuck. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. Can't believe it didn't make any difference that I grabbed them. I didn't even carry them. I thought that meant I would fireman carry them over my shoulders out, but no, I just pulled them with me and then just let them walk ahead of me. Okay, I'm living with my choices. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back.
What do you mean? I can't ride with her?
You're better off driving behind us. We're headed to Brevard, so it's quite a ways.
Is she going to be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God.
Yes, sir. I promise you. We're going to do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good.
Rosalina, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can, okay? I promise you won't be alone.
I love you, Dad.
Paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men.
What the hell happened in there?
Oscar, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. At least nobody died. What happened though?
I feel like that's the best thing to say, because I feel like if I say, at least nobody died, it would be like, it's fine, it's whatever. I don't know. It would be like not taking it seriously, I feel. So it's better if he says it than me. Rather him than me, you know? It was just a horrible accident. Nobody could have known this would happen. Just teens being teens. We did our best to get him out of there. What happened back there? A goddamn after-school special is what happened. Accident. Nobody could have known this would happen. I feel like that Becca girl is a terrible influence. Is what happened. I feel like I don't want to shit talk Becca. I don't want to shit talk anybody. I don't want to be like, because I don't know these kids. I don't know them. So there could be so much more going on, and it's not an excuse for the way she's acting, and because the other kids didn't have to go with her into the mines. And if they had not wanted to, she wouldn't have gone either, because that would be weird if she would just went by herself. I don't think she's the type who would go herself, no matter what she says. Nobody could have known this would happen. I mean, sure, but those kids maybe shouldn't have been in an abandoned coal mine. Yeah, but it probably should have been boarded up better. There probably should have been an actual, like, proper gate with a fat lock on it, like in Firewatch. That worked fine, didn't it? I think. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I feel like this was all Miles' fault. What? I'm sorry? Dude, I don't like that kid. I wouldn't go out of my way to help him. But if he was in there, I would go after him too. I would go back for him. Because he's a kid and he's dumb and doesn't know better. This was not his fault.
No, this was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault.
Oscar.
Look at me. I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted. But I've seen things that I can't explain, and it's only gotten worse over time.
She told us about it down in the mine. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Once you're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you.
Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I have to go.
Mr. Gutierrez, is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her.
Of course, Alexis. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face. Two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Ditchlings! This is too easy to be our ditchling problem.
Yeah, I think you're right. We still got a lot of unanswered questions, too. Even more than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Right?
I think I hallucinated down there. Like I said, I'm gonna try to pick different options, and there were only two options, so I'm gonna pick the other one. I think I hallucinated down there. As soon as I saw that carving, I saw weird flashes. And when I came to, I could have sworn I saw shadows in the corners of the chamber.
What if it was some sort of vision?
What? No. Odd is probably right. Autosuggestion is a thing.
I don't know, Nix. You weren't down there. Odd and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures. Next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't autosuggestion. What happens now?
Oh. She spooked Stella too. What happens now? We go home.
Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private?
Okay, fine. Just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on them. They did nothing wrong here. Thank you, Tabitha.
Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too.
Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too.
Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. We know where you live. We know where you sleep. We know where you eat. We know where to find you.
That guy was creepy.
I'm Sheriff Hugby, and this is Deputy Derrickson, but you can call me Earl.
Sheriff? Deputy?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't colored your perception of the place. Lovely place to live, if you ask me.
Lovely indeed. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think it's a mite odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on the very property Odd's family happens to own?
Oh, I don't own it. I have nothing to do with the family, apparently. My mother made a choice, you see, years ago. You know, you don't care.
And don't you think it's even a mite bit odder that Odd happened to be in there with them at the time of said collapse?
I'd be lying if I said it weren't peculiar. Though I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Odd, and all this is surely an unfortunate coincidence. Still, a good cop should ask himself these questions.
So what are you gonna do? I'll get to your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. This town is haunted. You're out of your depths here. Why are you asking me? It was a mine collapse. I don't have to talk to you. I know my rights. Why are you asking me this? It was a mine collapse. What could I have possibly done that the police would care about?
Just trying to gather all the facts.
Our duty as officers of the law, you see. Just being thorough.
But I see there's not much more to be discussed as of yet. We'll let you go on about your evening, but we may be in touch. Don't leave town.
I can't. The bus doesn't leave until Monday.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to say that.
Okay, live your dream.
Have a good one.
Sure. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika.
I just can't believe it. I left them behind in there to get help. Is it my fault, Nix? Stella, no. You did your best. It's not your fault. Oh, hey. Guess the cops are done with you? What, are they gonna take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know? Always blame everything on drifters. Even acts of God, I guess.
That's what you think this was? Excellent. You didn't get arrested. You're welcome. Now come on, let's go back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happened tonight.
I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Odd?
Please stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I'm doing terrible, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be together? Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Did you hear me? I said I was sorry. Sorry for apologizing? Am I talking too much, or... Fine, maybe I'm not sorry. Just drop it. You drop it. Tabitha's eyes remain fixated on the road. Why do you treat Stella like that? I mean... I don't think so far she's been rude to Stella. Not outright, as when I've been there. Poor Rosalina. Poor Oscar. He should have kept tighter reins on that girl. I never got in trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Perlan to thank for that. I hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. What am I even telling you this for? Well, were we bonding? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you, and about Perlan for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. I don't really think the parents are to blame. Yeah. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents. And clearly there are some parents at fault for this who weren't ready. Take the librarian. He has a name. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive. And here he is having a kid at 19 and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. I have a theory. Sorry, I have a theory. She tells us in chapter 4, I think, why she doesn't like her mom, or why Perlan kept getting, like, in her business whenever she was dating. And she was like, she wanted grandkids, and she didn't get any. So if you put that together with this, and other clues that I just can't think of right now, I think Tabitha can't have kids. Either because of infertility, or because of other, like, I was about to say medical issues, but infertility is a medical issue, I guess. Like, maybe she has a hard time conceiving, but, like, I think she can't conceive. She can't get pregnant. She can never have biological children, and apparently that's... I'm just making, like, an assumption here for the Scarlet family. Bloodline is super important to them. It has to be pure. If you're not biologically connected, you are not a Scarlet, you know? I feel like they're that type of family who would be like, if you didn't come from me, you're not actually my child, you know? It's a fucked up worldview. I mean, you could adopt Tabitha, but I'm glad you didn't, because Perlan would not have been great as a grandmother, I don't think. I'm like 98% sure that she would not have been a good grandmother. So I think that's why she's bitter. But I'm like, how are you so sure that you'd be a better parent, Tabitha? How can you possibly be so sure? Maybe if she did manage to get pregnant, she would do what our mom did and leave. She would take that as an opportunity, like, I don't want my child to go through this. I'm leaving, you know? And maybe that's why she's on top of the shit cake we already have served here. That's just like the rotten cherry on top. She's bitter about it because she would do the exact same thing as our mom did for us. And look where that got her. Even if she doesn't lose that leg, she's going to carry what happened tonight for the rest of her life. It's not fair. That is entirely out of line. What is wrong with you? Oscar's house is haunted, Tabitha. I don't think it's fair to pass judgment. Oscar's house is haunted, Tabitha. I don't think it's fair to judge him. You don't know the whole story. Whatever. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd rather we didn't get into it. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, me too. I've got to focus on the road, though. All right. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. Home sweet home. I wonder what Dustin's up to. You once again cross the threshold into the estate. The musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. And for waiting me, I appreciate it. Did I say waiting me? And for waiting for me. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room and turn in. Aw, I wanted to check on first of all, the closet and the opossum. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. WTF? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks, trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future will hold. I mean, losing a limb isn't the end of the world. That's a pretty bleak way to look at it. There's so many... Like, I've already had this rant. There's so many super cool prosthetics. Like, editing me, post a bunch of cool-ass pictures of cool-ass prosthetics. Come on, it doesn't mean that your life is over. Her life is not over. I mean, she lives in the mountains, so that might be difficult. But you know, a good prosthetic would make it not a problem, you know? Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Hello? Hello, sir?
Don't talk to me. I'm only here because of body heat. Play but they won't let me in. Stop looking at me.
Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Who closed that door? Or is that just a metaphorical thing? Because that happens a lot in these end things, the animations. Doors moving on their own. Is it supposed to be literal, or is it just like, oh, come in, viewer. Come have a look, or get out. It's the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed, if you dare. Alright, that was chapter 2? Yes, that was chapter 2 of Scarlet Hollow. I don't really have many thoughts, because I noticed I've voiced my thoughts at every point in this playthrough, in this chapter. So I don't really have anything to say right now. If I can think of something later, I will add it. But I'm so upset that I didn't manage to save Rosalina. It's really frustrating, but frick. I try really hard not to look things up because I don't want to spoil myself. Because there are spoilers. There are so many spoilers. I know that because I know any community, they just cannot. People just cannot help themselves. We saw Wayne in this chapter, but only once because we didn't sleep in the manor, so we didn't see him out the window. I wonder if he was still there. Just like, where are they? Huh, I guess they're not here. Oh well. I will pick this up again in chapter 3.